Today's transmission channel is about trusting ourselves. Often or not, I know I do, I can only speak for myself, but also clients, we put our power in our friends, our teachers, our family, and a big part of my head-to-heart medicine is coming home to the teacher within. And this is really my life's work, is to guide women to their hearts and let the heart guide us into the next expansion. And often that can be a little bit uncomfortable because the head's saying one thing and the heart's saying something else. And the more that we get to listen to our hearts, the more that we're guided by love and not fear. And fear is a vibration that I've spoke about before, but when we are held by this vibration, it really traps us in the mind and keeps us tired in our own thoughts. And when we truly love ourselves or someone else, we let go of this fear because it's not real. Love is real. We feel it when we meet someone, or when we look at a child, or when we're doing something that we love. We feel this connection to our heart and to God and to source. And often, it's hard to tap into that all the time because we are consumed in an environment that keeps us, in this space. And for me, what's softening me right now and cracking me open and humbling me is this knowing that I don't know anything. Even though I like to think that I do sometimes. I think I'm a center teacher and guiding, a lot of women and holding space and teaching a lot of people the last couple of years. The more I realize I know nothing, the more humble I become, and the more I can see life as the teacher, see everyone I meet as the teacher, and truly just stay more rooted in my heart, because I have a big ego and my ego can take over quite a lot of the time. And when that happens, it's like I've disconnected from my heart. And it's a really weird feeling once we start to anchor deeper into the heart. And then when we disconnect from the heart, it feels like, we suffer. We experience, I experience like a contraction, and there's a lack of flow of creativity, and there's a lack of flow in my finances, a lack of flow in my life. The flow is here to grow, and we can only grow truly the more that our heart expands. And this is why they say like having children is the biggest initiation, the biggest growth, because they expand our hearts so deep. And often or not, most people are afraid of that, because with that expansion can come great loss, can come great a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. Pain is inevitable. We're always going to experience pain, whether that's someone breaking up with us, whether that's a car crash, whether that's financial loss, having to move house. There's always going to be moments in our life we're going to experience a sense of pain. And the pain is a beautiful teacher. It's teaching us to be present in the moment. And every time that we disconnect from our pain, we go into our head, and that's when we suffer. And suffering is avoiding our pain, because often or not, the pain is actually just wants to be felt. And often or not, when we feel it and we give ourselves permission to feel it, kind of goes away. It moves through us. It's like a flow. It's like an energy flow. It kind of moves through us, and we can feel it and heal it. And I think for me, grief has been a big part of this. I've just sent an email on my email list, and this is a big part of head to heart, is coming into the portal of the heart, the divine feminine. And grief is a great catalyst for cracking us open. And many of us have not felt the depth of our grief. And it's only until we start to touch upon that grief that we truly know how to love and let go. Because grief is such a teacher for many of us. It's love with nowhere to go. And when we have the capacity to feel into our hearts, and we have this capacity to love super deep, as we do as humans, we suffer when we're not opening and staying open. I know for me, I suffer when my heart closes, and I felt this last month. I felt really in my head, and I've just come back into my heart again. It's been like a month. And the poems have come back, the tears, and yeah, the humbling. And every time I go into my head, it's like I'm going through the next initiation of head to heart. It's like I'm being initiated into the medicine that I wish to serve, which is heart medicine. And it's really hard to serve that medicine when you're in your head. Yeah, it's my greatest life work. And thankfully, I don't go up there for as long. But it's a journey of bringing us back down to the heart again. And this is my commitment to myself, commitment to you. And yeah, the head to heart movement is to keep coming back to our hearts. Because this is really the magic. And the more that we can feel the magic, the more that we can know that life is magical. Thanks for listening. And yeah, I'd love to know if you had your heart cracked open. How's your heart? Are you in your head right now or your heart? Feel. Place your hand on your heart and just feel it.